Well, last time we did pretty well with our little owl friend. This time I think we're going to try something a little more spiritual. Spiritual assault is where the craziest stuff happens, and we're going to make our stuff even crazier. We're going to go with the secondary skill, which is basically making our cards the most damage-dealing things that exist on this planet. These are all the buffs that we have, basically everything that makes my secondary skill that much better. We're going to go and just kill a whole bunch of stuff now. So the way spiritual assault works is you just kill things, kill more things, get more experience, use that to kill even more things. More experience that we can get, the better off we're going to be, so basically our goal is just to kill as many enemies as possible. The best way to get the levels is to actively pursue these enemies, so we're going to actually just be running to wherever they spawn in. Wherever the biggest group of them is, that's where we're going to be running. And again, the secondary skills are these cards. Every single time we throw one out, they go out and deal a whole bunch of damage. So we're just focusing on upgrading these as much as possible. After a while, they're going to become absolutely insane. And every time we upgrade anything here, it's basically going to be to do skill damage. So 1% skill damage every 5 total max HP I currently have. So the most max HP I have would be even more damage. Right off the bat, we're doing pretty good. Now we could do Lucky Day with extra weapon and skill damage, or we could get the card printer for extra cards and stuff summoning. Both are very good. I'm going to go with the card printer. More cards that we can bring out just means more death that we can throw around. Craftsman and Peddler are here, but again, what we are doing is actively pursuing the enemies. They are over in that corner, but the enemies are not. We want to be fighting the enemies, because every second or two where the enemies are trying to run and catch us is just an extra couple of seconds where we're not able to kill them, and that just means we're not able to get experience from them. So if they happen to make their way over by Craftsman and Peddler, then we will, say hello, but right now we are trying to get as many upgrades as we possibly can. We can double the secondary skill capacity, that's going to be super useful. This will also help us with dashing. These are all actually kind of good, so we could use the secondary skill even if we have 0, but this will make the secondary skill stronger. Would be nice if we could have gotten this first, to then kind of help this, but we're going damage. If we have the choice to go damage, we're always going to be going damage. Here's the Lucky Day, that's what we passed up before. We could recover some 5 shield every single time we bring the cards up, but I think Lucky Day is a little bit better, because again, it is all damage. We're basically going to upgrade anything that is in our purple upgraded area. That just makes our cards stronger, which in turn makes me stronger. Mysterious chest is here, it's over in that corner, but once again, when the enemies are over in this direction, we are going to be going after the enemies. Also, I like this weapon a bit more, so let's just have some fun. Okay, perfect deck. This is exactly what we are looking for. Every single time cards come up, they can now be a different color. The ones that are different colors deal more damage. This is all based on the number of other scrolls and stuff that I have in my inventory. And now that the enemies are gone, we are able to kind of relax for a second. Alright, so we'll go check out what Peddler and Craftsman have over here. We're probably not even going to use Crafty all that much, just because our main damage is going to be coming from these skills and not actually from the weapons. So every time we get a critical hit, we'll be able to get some energy, so that'll go to making our secondary skill better, and we'll get 3 scrolls from that. Elite Assassin, that's actually pretty good, because we're going to have those guys spawning in just a few seconds. But what we can also do is discard a couple of these. These are 2 that aren't really doing too much for me right now. I want the ones that make the secondary skill better so we can reset them. I have the ability to reset them 2 more times after this. Damage taken, movement speed, that's pretty good. And then, let's see, if I get some cursed stuff, then we can actually be pretty good. Let's see if this chest is cursed. Cursed items aren't necessarily the worst thing right now. We'll probably get an evil banishing totem very soon anyway. We did not get one of those. Let's just open this and see what we get. Final Judgment. Yeah, enemies will die very soon. That's going to be very good. Yeah, Elemental Power, we'll take it because it's legendary. That means that if we change it back, we can get another legendary. There are a couple of really good legendary items that we can get, especially based around skill damage, so we will be holding on to that later to try and get one that's a little bit better. Alright, challenge is beginning somewhere over here, which is good, because this is where the enemies are. There is a little dragon running around. We need to kill him. Well, luckily we got a couple good shots of critical on him. Please stand still, Mr. Dragon. Let me kill you, please. There we go. Unfeathered Will, and then double the rewards. So this is actually going to be super useful. Let's get a quick second here where we could show what they are. So 2% weapon damage every 100 copper, which is very good. And then this will give me 2 times the basic reward, which includes copper. So those go hand in hand. That was a very nice drop at the Mr. Dragon guy. Under control, so now we get extra cards that we can hold in our inventory. And extra ones that we place out in front of us, which is going to be super useful because the more cards in front of us, the more, you know, death that we have to deal. The only thing we have to really worry about now is just making sure we have enough of these cards in our inventory. Good news is that there are a few that are able to spawn and be in the reserves, so we have a couple cards that will spawn in without me even having to worry about them. Yeah, we're starting to melt these more difficult enemies a little bit faster. Wind Rider is pretty good. We're going to keep a couple of these that make it so that we don't die. Because living is important in these games. We have to be able to take a lot of damage and also deal a lot of damage. Alright, massive elite monsters are here. We have a very good inventory of cards. Let's see if it is enough. Here's the Coyote. Just a couple of seconds is all it took for me to take him out. This guy thinks he's all that, and he is completely dead. I could have upgraded a little bit too, but, you know, we didn't need to. So under control 2, very good to get there. Spirit Bible, if you thought we were dangerous before, 120% skill damage. Yes, yes, yes. Plus 45% skill damage when you hit an enemy with more than 70% HP. I don't know how much our skill damage just increased with those 2 or 3 upgrades there. Even more stuff to do. Under control number 3. Let's get it, you know. I'll have some fun. I think we've probably taken our damage and multiplied it by like 5 right now. We're only at 2 million damage. Let's see where this is in just a couple of seconds. We're not really dealing elemental damage, so let's throw that one down. Again, our whole build is going to be secondary skill and me not dying, so we can reset this, negative 30% damage when our health is, or when our armor is, when our shield is up, whatever it is, and then lucky shot chance. You got all that? Because clearly I don't. We can also pick this thing up here, Extreme Dex. There's a chance to obtain reserve cards up to the card holding capacity when using Astroforecast. You know, I think we'll just take this. Extreme Dex sounds incredible. We're just going to refresh and try and get some other things here. I don't want either of these, but if I do purchase them, what we can do is sort of roll the dice on them and reset them. So we have 4 more resets. We might as well use 2 of them. If you don't use them, well then you're just not living. 35% weapon and skill damage to non-critical hits. Every single skill damage I do is not a critical hit. So, yeah, we're doing very good right now. So our damage right now is just 2.6 million. Let's see what it is in just a couple of seconds here. Look how many cards we have pulled up. There's so many cards that I can't even show them all on the screen. There goes all of that. I have 110 cards in my inventory. I really haven't even had to hit a button right now. I'm kind of just jumping around, having fun. 69 cards in the backlogs there. Very nice. And the damage that we have, we'll take that, up to 3 million. So just that couple of seconds there was about 1/6 of the total damage that we've dealt. Things are going to start snowballing very, very fast. And again, we are actively trying to pursue the enemies, because if we can get there when the enemies are spawning in and kill them, that just means we're able to get more upgrades. The higher level we get, the more difficult we are going to be to kill, and it's just going to make it a lot easier for us. We have 23 cards in our inventory with another 20 or so that we can call upon. It's absolutely insane right now what we are capable of doing. I'm even forgetting to just shoot my normal gun. My cards have been doing all the damage these last few seconds here. Keep in mind, every time I get a critical hit, it's just more damage, so Remember when I said that things could get a little bit crazy? I think we have reached that point. Alright, so we'll go with the dash cooldowns here, because that'll help me with getting my abilities to get a little bit better. Plus, every time I dash 3 times, I am completely immune to damage, so... Once the enemies start dealing just insane amounts of damage, that's when things get a little bit difficult. Our main goal is going to be to kill the enemies before they are capable of dealing any damage to us, but we can only try. And again, my game is crashing. That made me very nervous. My game kind of crashed. Okay, we are back. There's so many cards that my game can't handle it. There are over 150 cards in my inventory. So every time I kind of bring a few of them out, there are 150 more to take their place. So I am not going to be running out of cards anytime soon. There's just a whole bunch of stuff here. We'll just take this. I don't have a purple upgrade. We'll take that one. Again, the only thing that would make this better at this exact moment would be me being immune to cursed scrolls. And here's the evil devouring sword, right as I was talking about it. I could go for some movement speed, but I think once we could get some cursed scrolls, that would be very nice. We might not even get any, though. That's just the problem. I'm going to take it because, you know, weapon damage. We don't really need too much speed right now. We're kind of doing an okay job of staying with the enemies. There's just a couple dozen little enemy marks on the map there, but yeah, nothing even came close to surviving for just a second or two. After using a weapon skill, plus 40% weapon damage and 25% skill damage. Or we could just do 40% weapon and skill damage after taking hit. This is kind of a tough one here. This is a normal one, so let's just go with this one. I think I have to use my primary skills a little bit, but... you know, it's probably going to be a lot easier to find the normal scroll than it will to get that legendary one again. By the time I use my primary skill, the enemies are already dead, so... bit of an issue there, but... yeah, I guess it's a good issue to have. We are continuing to get even more levels. That guy's shield did not really do anything. These things aren't doing much. A chance to summon 3 cards when consuming 25% of my magazine. Oh, okay, you know. I would like more cards, please. Not to mention I have the fastest shooting gun in the game. It's, going to get a lot of cards. Recover 5 shield every time we use an Astrospect, so... I haven't seen my shield go down one bit in this last, like, 2 minutes. So if, in the off chance, I happen to lose a little bit of that, well, we're going to gain it back immediately. %25 damage dealt when my HP is full. This all stacks. 25% is quite a lot. Okay. And that is that. We have 137 cards plus 24 other cards that we can call upon. Let's see what's in these chests here. So we can get a cursed scroll, and we can gain 30% max HP. I think what we should do... let's go see Peddler first, and then we can see about getting these cursed scrolls, because I want to make sure we have the immunity scroll. So we'll take this, and then we could get this one for free. Not sure exactly what we got from that. Oh my gosh. So we got the piercing bullet. After dealing weapon damage, 40% skill damage. And then we got casual gunship. That's fine. It's not the most necessary thing, but we'll make it work. Alright, so this is the only one we are going to... well, that was a recycle. Never mind. I forget you can only kind of use those once. I probably wasn't using it very much anyway. Alright, let's get a normal scroll here. We're going to try and get that curse immunity. A normal ammo, so that's not what we want, but we can reset it. I think I could have just reset it a second ago, but throw that there. Reset. Come on, curse. Yes! Oh, these are the perfect things. Now that we don't have to worry about getting hurt by the curses, we could get 30% max HP. Cursed magazine, that's not going to do anything to me. And that also makes this every 5 total max HP, so that's now 6% extra skill damage. It doesn't sound like a lot, but we're just adding more and more and more to this entire thing. We're getting to absolutely insane levels right now. This is the perfect build. Alright, here come the enemies once again. Be nice if just one card was enough to take these guys out, but it's just one little volley is all it takes, even for these bigger enemies. There is a challenge about to begin. I'm not too sure where it is. Okay, we've got to kill these dragons. Hopefully they can kind of be over in this way. Hello, buddy. He is dead. Only had to use that for a second there. Dead number 2. Got more of these guys here. Number 3. Take him out. Number 4. These are usually the most difficult things to do. Let's get this guy. He's being very annoying. Well, he sure was annoying, wasn't he? Thank you, dragon. He is dead. We now got that and that. I don't know what this one does, actually. Consume all when secondary skill count reaches the upper limit, plus 10% weapon damage for each consumed. I think this could hurt me. Let me know if this could hurt me, because I think it can. I'm going to drop it for safety, because we are putting all our eggs into that secondary skill basket, and I just don't want to be the guy who gets the wrong thing for that. Also, we can change these things here to make our little Astro specs better, so I guess we'll go with Legendary Most. I didn't know how this worked before, but the comments let me know. So let me know how this other thing works here. And hopefully I didn't make a dumb decision just now. We will recycle that very soon. And hopefully turn it into something even better. We have like an automatic weapon of cards right now. It's actually insane. Capacity plus 6 sounds nice. We could get more shield again, but let's just go with the capacity. More capacity is more damage. More damage is more fun. We're kind of getting to the part right now where I'm feeling like nothing can stop me. A couple of these guys are tanking a few hits, so that is something to kind of watch out for. But as long as I can kind of keep this momentum going, I don't think anything negative is going to happen. Enemy assaults is becoming fiercer. I don't think I'm even going to notice. -1 primary skill cooldown upon casting secondary skills, so we don't really use that too much, but it's certainly not going to hurt me. Might as well have a little bit more secondary skill or primary skill. Primary skill can be good too. Massive elite monsters are incoming. So now this is when things are going to get a little bit more insane. At least that's what the game tries to tell us. Alright, one of the biggest enemies in the game, and he is down. And that lizard is also down. Card Storm 2, so now we can obtain even more cards by shooting a whole bunch. Explosive damage, why not? Masterful Craftsmanship. Acquired weapons always have 2 exclusive inscriptions. That's not too bad. But immune to the negative effects of shock. Being immune to lightning might just be the best option, because we are a shield user. So plus 100% total skill damage and minus 50% final weapon damage. I'm good with that. Let's go with the skills. 100% more. Double all of that. What is even... We're doing so much. So card printer number 3. Feel free to read that. There's so much stuff going on right there. 61 million damage. So we are doing a lot better. Let's get this to the hundreds. That's our next goal. This aura is also a little bit better, so we will pick it up. The other one has been very good to us. We just don't need it. Also, Peddler and Crafty are over here, so let's check them out. Oh, and I forgot about recycling this. So recycling that, what do we get? 1%, plus 1 max HP. I feel like that is an upgrade. We had a potentially good item there before, but now this is just going to help me not die. Because a lot of enemies are going to get very close to me, and I don't like that. But if it makes me stronger, we'll make an exception. Wow, that thing got absolutely demolished. Okay, a little bit there. 81 million damage. We've already done about 20 million, I think. The only enemies that really can give us a big, problem are these immortal enemies. Immortal enemies are bad because not only do they not die, there's a very high chance that they will just eat up all the cards that I have without any sort of negative penalty. So anytime I see a immortal enemy, I think my best option is going to be to just get them to 0 and then turn and run. Alright, Mirror Hand, chance to obtain 2 times as many Astrospecks. I don't think this is the one that really matters quite as much, but we might as well. Mysterious Chest is actually right here, so that's quite handy. Thank you, Mysterious Chest. You work in mysterious ways, but we love you for it. Curse Scroll, thank you. Random Legendary would be nice. I don't even know if there's a Legendary that I need at this point, but, let's find out. Extra crit, it seems. 2 times crit, minus 50% weapon damage when not with a critical hit. Okay. Currently we have over 700 cards in my inventory, so if I did not hit any more cards, we'd have 700 of them come into place. Again, these cards don't deal a lot of damage. At this particular stage of the game, I'd say they deal not that much damage, especially given all the upgrades. But we are really going with the quality over quantity approach in this particular build. And it seems to be working. Alright, Craftsman and Peddler are here. We get a couple of seconds to calm down. Perfect deck once again. If we could get level 3 of this, that would be amazing. Because we are just getting... I don't know what that did to my base card damage, but let's take a look. I went from... I kind of doubled the base card damage. I don't think that what I said is actually physically possible, but it's what the game says happened. The enemy assault is now fiercer. We're going to be seeing a lot of advanced enemies, so... An elite right there, he is dead. Before we get too crazy with this, every time we defeat an elite, we're going to get 10 extra damage, 10% damage dealt every single time. So these elites are kind of annoying by the sound of them, but I think we're just going to start stacking some crazy damage now. I have almost 40 stacks of cards. These guys are getting absolutely thoroughly demolished. I kind of think these normal enemies are a little bit more difficult than the boss one there. Can't quite see the boss, but, we'll find him. If we kill everything, the boss will be there. There he goes. Upgrade you. 200 million damage. Elite Lizard there. He is dead. I'm wiping out the elites almost as fast as just normal enemies. You normally don't do that. Here comes a little damage my way, so this is why we need to be very careful. Vindictive Nature, 40% weapon and skill damage. I will take that. The other one was a shield. It was legendary. That might have been one of the good legendary upgrades, but that's okay. That boss is dead. Here comes the next one. He is in. I bet we can't even count to 10 before he is dead. All they do is die. Where is this elite? Come here, buddy. I know you're trying to run from me. He's afraid, you can tell. You can tell that these elites, they are incredibly afraid right now. I still have about 1,000 cards in my reserves, so we do have 2 elites now coming at me, so we will have to kind of worry. That elite is dead. The other one is very close behind. Let's get a quick little second here, take a breather. None of these are really needed, but we'll just take that one because it looks fun. Alright, that elite is down. 2 more elites coming up. That elite is dead. This elite is also dead. I think our primary skill is doing enough damage to basically kill those guys. In making our secondary skill the greatest thing ever, our primary skill is also amazing now. Oh, hello there. Wow, he's dead. He melted. That guy melted. We're just gonna have to out-tank. These are some of the tankiest enemies in the game, and we're just gonna have to out-hit them. Okay. He's dead by the time he gets here. Okay, massive elite monsters, so for this we're gonna kind of use some of our skills and stuff here. Wow, he's still dead though. I thought the massive elite monsters are actually supposed to be difficult. They do have some boss music playing, but right now it just doesn't really seem like that much. Get back here. Get back here. Get back here, son. Well, that was a thing. Whew. What to get now? It's just immunity to slows. I don't think it matters at this point. Minus 30% damage taken. We are at almost 500 million damage. 478 million. Time to face off against Gluttony. Hello, Mr. Peddler. Don't think that one matters. When casting a secondary skill, there's a 50% chance to double the consumption and 50% chance to deal double damage. Imagine if we had this. I mean, we do now, but imagine if we had it before this. And when dealing skill damage, there's a 15% chance to deal 100 total damage. You kinda... I'd liked those earlier, but thanks for giving them to me right now. Thank you, Peddler. Alright, we'll enhance this thing. Doesn't really deal that much damage. We're facing the Gluttony with a weapon that deals 249 damage. Let's see how well we do. Well, there goes his first little phase. Uh-oh. Thanks for missing. Get him, get him, get him! Phase 1. Ah! Keep on keeping on. A 51-second Gluttony fight. We got him in his first phase. That is some massive damage that we were able to deal. I didn't know it was possible to beat him so fast. But I guess with these cards, anything's possible. Not bad at all. Let's turn in and see how we did. Total damage, 507 million damage, and the only highest dealing damage that we dealt, 679,000. So, I don't know what 679,000, if you were to divide 507 million by 679,000, how many cards that would take. That just goes to show you how many we threw out. 993 monsters defeated, 37 elites, and 54 scrolls. Not bad at all. Pretty nice little thing. Here's our little run. Basically everything that can make the secondary skill great is what we used. And I think the owl, he's definitely what made the secondary skill the greatest.